coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Cleveland Browns. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Regular.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 64 yards. They'll run with Chubb. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Joseph now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Line. 3-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Check 6 guard. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. It's Ray 57. Ricky. Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
So that'll back him up 5.
Keep playing.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Check 43. Check, crunch. 44, Mike, 44.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. A give running right is Chubb. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Number 53. King. Watch the pass. Watch the safety creep. Check 24. Check 24. Hurry. Motion. Check. 53's Mike. Check. Real. Watch the run. Shoot.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
Watch the screen.
Now Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it.
Let's go.
That's our own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Howard. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 99. 36.
Running with Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Done. 480. I got one flag. Kill. Mike 53. 53, Mike.
Now Wentz on third down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
So that one will be accepted.
Let's go. Here we go. Waiting. Check. Pick it up.
On first down, they run with Howard. And an alley to run. The 20. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, 44 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here.
53. Watch the backer. 81. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Get in the weight room.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. And that is caught for the 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. 27 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Cleveland.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. A run for Nick Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. For Mayfield. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's checking. Hey, alert 33. Hey, alert 33. Watch out.
Here's Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, he scored on the ground and through the air. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
14, Eagles 10.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us, because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out, and so far, they have started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot: stay the course.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. It's 74. Mike, 53. Mike, let's get the ball. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 37. Check 37.
On play action, Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
So in one play, you've lost an amount of yardage that our stat guy is still totaling up. Now, there are mess-ups, and there are mess-ups. I think this falls in the latter category.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Jannard Avery providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks. And now they're staring at a 4th and long. And he's able to get it out of there. And this is a pretty good kick. Now Callaway on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might...
It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Joseph now to have the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Browns 21, Eagles 10.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point safely through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 31, Wentz hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
82, 82. 58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. No chance.
On first down, Wentz. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Following the interception, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Run.
Mayfield down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick-6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They run with Howard, and he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returnable here for Callaway. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Get off the field. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Regular.
They run. Chubb. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Tackles.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Wentz. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. Wentz now on 1st down. Ertz has it left side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Which one, 7?
Danny. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. He can't hang.
Wentz now to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Jannard Avery able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Great 15.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Now Chubb running right. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 37. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Now Chubb. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
King, king, king.
A gain of 2 brings up 7.
And again, it's Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. 14 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Check 50.
Sunday.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Throwing on second and long. Wentz. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Larry Ogunjobi able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third and long, it's Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Sheldon Richardson. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up fourth down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been terrific so far. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 49-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have that feeling that has to be the best. You just go out and complete control of this game here for hopefully one final possession.
And it's a culmination of preparation that began with something along the lines from the head coach of, we're going to win this weekend, and here's how we're going to get it done. And covered all the details that went into it. They practiced them. They went over them. They tweaked the game plan as the week went on. And to find it all coming together and see it finish this way,
makes them happy.
Oh, that's satisfying for them.
Yeah, they were very, very good. Now the last stages of this one. On the carry, it's Chubb. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Joseph on for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Next to score, Browns 49, Eagles 17. Joseph set to kick off.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Play action. Now Wentz. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Five nine. Jim. Hey, bunch.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
We got to get this stop here, D. Here,
On the rep, let's go right here. 58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it.
In his own end zone, it's Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10 clear on the other side of the field.
58's Mike. Pick me up. Here we go.
Shotgun now for Wentz. This one complete to Sproles. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Even. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Where's 20?
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.